Squid Game The Challenge has taken the world by storm and Netflix's newest reality competition series, pitting 456 contestants from across the globe against each other in pursuit of their $4.56 million cash prize. And with me now via Zoom is one of this season's contestants, player 031, Purna Biswa. Purna, so excited to speak with you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me here. I'm really excited. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Purna, let's just start with this. Provide me and the viewers a little bit with your backstory, because I think it's really important.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Nepal in a refugee camp. My parents were from Bhutan and they came to Nepal as a refugee camp. My mom was 6 months pregnant when she came to Nepal. And yeah, I was born in a refugee camp. I was there for 16 years and I moved to Kansas City when I was 16 and went to high school here, college here, and now here in Kansas.
Yeah, and then you went on to compete on Squid Game, so what a story, you know? Why did you want to compete on this show?
So the first goal for me was I just wanted to be on Netflix. I think it was pretty cool. And more than that, like somebody like me, it is a big dream for us to be on Netflix or big show like this. So I just wanted to create a path for people and also set an example and inspire people. So more than that, I was just here to tell my story. Like, hey, this is where I came from, and this is what I'm doing right now. And I think hopefully this will inspire you as well. So I just wanted to inspire people and tell my story.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing that. Paving the way for people that look like you and have experienced something like you is so big. Now, Purna, had you seen the original Squid Game on Netflix prior to leaving for filming for the show?
I have actually I'm a big fan of original Squid Game, the challenge, and it's very funny to me and interesting. I kind of like it. Like people are comparing my character with Ollie from the original show. I
Okay.
think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We love good comparisons. Now, tell me about both your strategies and alliances that helped you to get as far as you did in the game.
So my first strategy was just being myself, and I think that was very important in the game, just to be myself. And the main strategy in there is was to staying low. So I found out from the first day that if you be more visible, then people you would be the target among all. And there were several tests that where people would eliminate you, and if they feel like you're a target or you're a threat to them or if you're too good for them. So my strategy was to stay low and build that relationship with people, and I think that really worked out. We have Gangbu Gang is what we called. Very good group of people. Very smart guys in there, very strong guys in there, and more than that, very nice, very humble people in there. So that's how we got the Gangu gang grouped up, and that was the strategy, and that really helped actually.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the stronger alliances we see throughout this season. Now, given that you made it so far in the game, you got to play, red light, green light, marbles, you even made it past the glass bridge. How did it feel going out by rolling a dice on the wrong number?
So it was interesting because dice is something I grew up playing, and I knew for a fact that somehow I got this sense even before rolling the dice that okay, I may get too lucky on this.
Yeah.
And so number 6 is like lucky number for us when we play dice, and so I had that feelings, and it just feels weird, but also at the same time I feel good that I did not eliminate somebody else, or I don't have guilt of like blaming somebody for my elimination. So it was my own call to eliminate myself, and I think that was the best call at that moment. So I'm very happy with what happened there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how long did some of the games actually last in real time in your real experience versus maybe how it was shown in editing?
Also, the game I think people really do not see on screen is red light, green light. Actually, that lasted for more than 7 hours,
Oh my
and
gosh.
yeah, and it was the hardest game anybody ever played in there. So nobody was prepared for that. Nobody ever expected that. People were just expecting like 10 to 20 minutes red light, green light, right? And also the the shoot was in January of this year, 2023, and it was like freezing cold in London. So
Mhm.
it was freezing cold, and it lasted for more than 7 hours. So just staying still for 20 minutes, and you get to walk around for like 5 to 10 minutes, 10
Yeah.
not minute, 10 seconds, right? And after that you still have to stay freezing for another 20 to 25 minutes, and that lasted for 7 hours. It was so far the hardest one among all, and I saw people falling left and right, and there were so many people who were calling doctors and all, but I couldn't look around because I was still focused and I couldn't move. But I still heard people calling doctors and all. So red line and green line was the hardest game. I think that's the hardest by miles so far.
Okay, interesting. Now, with that being said, is there any game that you particularly liked or enjoyed? I know a lot of contestants found most of the games or tests pretty anxiety-ridden, but is there one that you kind of did enjoy or maybe would even do it again?
So for me, I think I would love to do all of them again if I get an opportunity, because I think those are really fun, and I'm more about the journey than the destination. So I just enjoy being the game and play. But among all, I think Glass Bridge was really good. I really wanted to make that far, and Glass Bridge was one of those games that I really wanted to play, and it did happen. So I'm very thankful. So Glassbridge was really beautiful, and it had all the factors of like scary, and also like time sensitive and teamwork. So I think Glassbridge was my favorite one.
Ooh, okay, that might be a hot take. I appreciate hearing that. Now, Purna, do you feel that Mai was deserving of the win? Mai ends up winning the entire series, which was just released a few days earlier this week. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, so I think there are so many good people in there. I think people I met, all of them are really nice and very kind and deserving. But looking at the winner, I think Mai really deserved it in many sense. Like, she was very nice to me. We had very good conversations, and interestingly, we kind of shared the same kind of story. Like, she was a refugee, and so I
Yeah.
was, right? And she was like mom figure to me, so she
Mm.
was very nice and kind to me. And more than that, I think she really deserved it, because if you watch in the show, she has taken way more risk than anybody else, and
Ooh.
that makes her a winner right there, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, there were some other games that she played. Dark G, the one that you throw on the paper,
Uh-huh.
Dagdi, Dagdi, that she played, and she won on that game too. So it was more like a test, so it did not make it to the final cut on Netflix, so people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But she took way many risks than anybody else in that group. So I think she definitely deserves it, and I'm very happy for her. In fact, I can see myself winning when I see her winning. So that's really cool.
Oh, I love hearing that, and I really appreciate that insight because that's interesting. And I mean, now thinking about it, I think you're really right on that. I think you really hit the nail. So, Purna, if someone is on the fence about applying for season 2 of Squid Game: The Challenge, why would you encourage them to just go ahead and submit the application?
I think the reason that I really encourage everyone to go apply for Squid Game the Challenge too, is because I think it really helps you understand what you're really capable of doing. Like, for me, and like most of us in the game, especially red light, green light, we never knew we were able to actually fight that hard
Mm-hmm.
to achieve that, right? We didn't ever knew that true potential that we have. So I think it really helps you kind of realize your true potential, and also enjoy the games and all this big studio experience. And I think one of the thing that most of my friends and I really realized is the humility, right? In our life, we take so many things for granted. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we take so many relationships for granted, like everything we have, we most of the time we take it for granted. But in that room, in the game, like, those are the people I never met before,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And just in 2 or little over 2 weeks, they came out to be my family. They're like, that's how much we kind of bonded together. And so our food portion was very little, and also it was very
Mm-hmm.
tasteless. So now that kind of makes me realize that, like, there's so many things that we have here in real life, and
Mm-hmm.
but still we take it for granted. So it was more like, self-discovery kind of journey in there. So I really encourage everyone to go. I think it will really help you understand life from, to understand from different perspective than what you see in the real world. So go enjoy the game, but more than that, I think it will help you understand the different perspective of life.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing you say all of that, and I can understand how it can maybe help you have a different appreciation for life and just what you have and the things around you. So, Purna, if people want to keep up with you and kind of your journey post Squid Game The Challenge, how can they keep up with you on social media?
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm very active on social media now. So I'm on Instagram, Purna Biswa official, and I'm also on Facebook, Purna Biswa, and I'm also on TikTok, guys, Purna Biswa _ player 31. And I have my personal website, purnabiswa.com. You can also contact me through there. And also I'm trying to come up with some really good creative projects. So I would love to share that with you guys. So please stay in touch, follow me on social medias, and let's stay connected.
Yes, absolutely. Plenty of ways for people to keep up with you. Player 031, Purna Biswa, thank you so much for your time and congrats on all of your success on Squid Game The Challenge Season 1.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.